What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, my peoples? I'm happy to be back with y'all again, man. I told y'all I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna give y'all this information back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a little time. I got some more videos, more subjects that I want to get to y'all. But this next video is covering the second stimulus package again, right? So I got some updated options that the government, the country is looking at right now, because Trump already said it, man. Your boy Trump, you know, he ain't never been shy. He said he want to give us that second stimulus package, but they trying to figure out what's the best way to do it. And you know, this is me breaking it down from what I read. This is my opinion, but I want y'all to read stuff on y'all own, man. Take my word, I'm your boy, you feel me? Take my word, but then go back. I got this article off Forbes. It was June 24th, 2020. The article by Zach Friedman. He was listing options of what Trump and whatever the people around them want to do. Some of the proposals, you know, from the Democrats, from the Republicans. So for this next stimulus check option, we got option one. We got $1,200 again, plus $500 for each dependent. And it may be some limitations. It may be only for people who make $99,000 or less per year. So if you fall into that category, you would get that second stimulus check. If you make $99,000 or less, or if you're married, they probably double that. Double it too as a married couple. If you make $198,000 or less, you know that, okay, then you could get this deal too. Like I said, it'd be $1,200 for each person, plus $500 for each dependent. I ain't mad at that. If the government want to do that, that's cool. And it say for the dependents, it probably would follow the CARE Act that we recently got not too long ago. And it says that 16 years old or younger would qualify for the dependents. So, you know, if you got 17, 18-year-old kids or kids in college, they might not pay for that. You know, they're just keeping 100. That's what the option got on Forbes. Go check that out. Then the option two, they got a $1,200 plus $500 for each dependent. But this option, it's the same as the first option that I said, but it would be limited to the people considered most in need. And like, they didn't necessarily specify how who's most in need. It could be people who it says were recently fired. They might go by that, like, okay, all the people who were recently fired who make less than this certain amount, they're considered most in need. Or they might say, hey, most in need is people who make $40,000 or less. Instead of, you know, like 99,000, they might say people who make $40,000 or less are the most in need. So this stimulus package is gonna be for them. It's gonna be $1,200 plus $500 for each dependent. So they could go that route. I ain't mad at that route. I'm gonna tell you my favorite route last, that the favorite option that they might do, and I'm gonna tell you why that's a good option. But I'm gonna wait till I get to it. So the option three is the HEROES Act. I touched on that on the other video. That would basically $10,000 cap for the household. It's this one would be $1,200 plus $1,200 for each dependent or whatever. And like I said, for each option that they might do the stimulus package, they might have a certain amount that it applies to. It might say people who make $99,000 or less. It might say $120,000 or less. Like, these are ideas that they're weighing right now before they offer the next stimulus package. So remember that, like, none of this is set in stone. You never know. They might say $130,000 or less. If you make, then you're eligible for this. So, you know, it's a good chance that we're gonna get it. Like I said, it's a lot of ideas right now. A lot of Republicans, it's saying that a lot of Republicans on Trump's side is not trying to do necessarily a cash stimulus like last time, because of the economy and because of the like we have a lot of economic debt apparently, you know, and if we offer another stimulus check, that'll put the people more in debt. So a lot of the Republicans is saying from these articles is saying they want to do like tax cuts. It's saying they want to have a payroll tax cut, like they're not taxing the bosses as much, you know what I'm saying? So so since he's not getting taxed as much, he could pay his employers more. You know, they say they want to cut the tax if you make money off stocks. It says the government is basically they can tax you as high as 20% for profits you made off your stock, which I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't be happy with. Like, I don't buy stocks, not yet. I plan on starting to buy stocks, and if you're like me and don't, hey, get into that, man. Like, with this whole economy and corona and all that stuff, you want to have different ways to make money. Like, even if you make a decent amount of money at your job now, you want to have options, because say you get fired, or even if you own your own business, say like people just quit buying your stuff and you need money. You want to have multiple streams of money. You know, one stream is not enough. Maybe even two streams is not enough. You may want to get 3 streams or more. So the Republicans are saying, hey, let's cut out all these taxes, you know, and that's one thing American people don't like is taxes. You even take it back way to the Boston Tea Party. I had to write a report in 5th grade, like they were mad about taxes on tea and shit like that. Like, I could cuss as you too. Like, so if they cut back on the taxes, that could help the economy also. That's one of the options too. That the Republicans were trying to say, like, hey, let's not give everybody another cash payout. Let's just cut back on taxes, on a lot of taxes that we have, and that will help the economy. Which I think it would too. That would help, you know, let's be honest. That would help. Also, the last tax, I'm sorry, not the last tax, but the last proposal that got me interested, man. Let me tell you. Because I've traveled a lot with the military, go Navy. I support the Army. My dad was Army, National Guard, Air Force, whatever you are, support you, respect to you. But this last proposal that I seen, it's a travel stimulus proposal. And it says a $4,000 tax credit vacation right now. And it's a trip. It's like, I guess the little nickname of it is Trip. And it's an act that essentially offers a tax credit of $4,000 per adult to take a vacation. That's $4,000. If you're married, that's gonna be $8,000 per adult to take a vacation at least 50 miles away from your house or whatever. And it even says $500 for each child. So it's not even just, you know, the couples. If you got multiple kids and you want to take them, that's the extra $5,000 they're gonna give you. So if you a married couple, that's $8,000. Then you got 3 kids, that's 500 times 3, that's 15. So they basically give you $9,500 to take a vacation and go anywhere you want. And this the crazy kicker right here. It said the list of eligible expenses that they will reimburse you for: food and beverages, your lodging, so wherever you stand, hotel, whatever, wherever you stand, they gonna reimburse that. Transportation, whatever gas you paying, I don't know, whatever automobile, whatever, they gonna pay for that. Entertainment events, like you could be at the strip club making it rain, you feel me? They gonna pay you, they gonna pay it back. Business meetings, conferences, etc. And believe me when I say this, man, traveling is one of the best things you could do, whether you're single, whether you're a couple. And I say this because, like, as you interact with different cultures, you realize, like, we all similar, and you realize that other people's cultures can be just as good, if not better than ours, you know. And I ain't gonna make this video too long, but I'll say this, like, you go to other cultures, and no disrespect to America. I'm American, I love America. But say you in Australia, say you in Thailand, say you go to Canada, like it's like beautiful women, and you'll see them. They'll be dating a guy that's not even the best looking. You like, why is this beautiful woman with this 300-pound guy? And like, if in America, it's probably money. Like, she probably wants the money. No, it's just like in other cultures, like it's just like fine women. They don't necessarily care like to have just a fine man, or vice versa. You know, maybe it's a nice looking guy, he don't necessarily need just a fine girl. So you go to these other cultures, and you know they gonna treat you like you Kobe Bryant. They gonna treat you like you Rihanna. They nice. It's a safer place. I'm just saying, with that travel stimulus proposal, I think that would do everybody good to go somewhere, visit, get involved with the culture. Hey, you never know, man. You just might like it. You just might stay there. You know, like I said, not to make it too long, but I've been a couple years of my life in Japan. Like, man, it's a very nice culture, very low crime rate, all that. So that's the stimulus proposal that got me like, hey, if I can't get cash, you know what I'm saying? Forget the tax cuts for me personally. Give me that travel stimulus proposal. You might catch me in Barbados, Jamaica. You don't know, man. But once again, do y'all research. Look these articles up. Go to Forbes. Go stay in tune, man. Stay in tune. But if you don't, your boy Rob got you. I'm here to give you, I'm going to give you the news. I'm going to give you music. I'm going to give you everything, man. Once again, stay safe. Stay COVID free. Love everybody, man. Let's stop this racism. Let's just be peaceful, man. Live, love, life. Peace.